What's up, Metal Brethren? Scott Tannic One coming at you again live from the dungeon with a bit of a departure from your normal metal hard rock stuff, but yet it's also kind of in the same vein. I'm going to talk about 5 indistinct horror movies here, and as if we all know, horror movies and heavy metal kind of go hand in hand, especially when it comes to the imagery and just the source material. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and just name off 5 random movies that I think are just fucking great. Starting off, number 5, H.P. Lovecraft's The Re-Animator. Little movie that came out in 1985, directed by Stuart Gordon, starring Bruce Abbott, Barbara Compton, David Gale, Robert Sampson, and of course Jeffrey Combs as Herbert West. The thing about this movie is it's very campy. It's got a lot of comedic elements into it, but yet at the same time, for such a low budget and as an independent movie as this one is, I honestly think it's one of the better independent movies of the 80s. I really, really love this movie, especially the source material. I'm a huge Lovecraftian. I just love all HP's stuff. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Number 4, which is, like I said, these are in really no particular order, is another really independent movie that, some people may have seen, some people may have not. It is The Night of the Demons, 1988 flick, starring, William Gallo, Hal Havens, Amelia Kincaid, Kathy Powell, and the great scream queen Linnea Quigley. This one is a Halloween staple for me. I watch this one every year around Halloween, being the fact that, all these movies, there's 3 in the series, 3 in a remake, but this one in particular, they all take place on Halloween night, deals with demonic possession, a subject of great interest to me. Directed by Kevin S. Tenney. Never heard of this cat, but if you've never seen it, definitely check it out. Like I said, these are in no particular order. Number 3, Evil Dead Part 2, Dead by Dawn. Oh, I love this movie. I love this series of movies. I love Sam Raimi as the director. I basically really get into Bruce Campbell. I think he's one of the most unsung B-movie actors that's ever graced the genre of B-movie horror acting. His character, Ash, has now got his own show on Starz called Ash versus the Evil Dead, and I checked out the pilot for it, and it's fucking amazing. Check it out. Evil Dead series is great. The remake is okay, but yet at the same time, I just love the story that is The Evil Dead. Moving on. This one's a classic. This is the be-all, end-all indie movie of the horror genre, 1968's The Night of the Living Dead. I don't know if you can really see this because I got a really crappy camera, but, directed by George A. Romero. A lot of things that need to be really said about this movie. It was the first time a black man was actually the lead in a movie, and he wasn't, just some, run-of-the-mill black character. This is the first time that a black actor was the hero in a movie. That actor in question, his name is Dwayne Jones. Judith O'Dea, Carl Hardman, and Marilyn Eastman are part of the cast of this movie. Great stuff. This is basically the film that started the entire zombie genre. I can't say, if you haven't seen this, check it out, because I think everyone on the planet, plus 2 of their dead relatives, have seen this fucking movie. Anyway, moving on again. Me personally, like I said, no particular order, I really love this movie. I think this is one of the scariest films that was just ever put on film, and that is William Friedkin's The Exorcist. The Exorcist, this movie still gives me chills to this day. I saw it back when I was like 10 or 11. I had no business as a 10-year-old watching this movie, but yet at the same time, I couldn't look away. It was so awesome. Still freaks me out to this day. Directed by William Friedkin, like I said, based off the William Peter Blatty novel from 1971, The Exorcist, about a young boy who was possessed by a demonic spirit there on Georgetown University. A lot of people try to claim it to the the Alexian Brothers Hospital in Missouri possession case. Well, I'm going to debunk that right now. You guys are stupid and full of crap. Starring Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, Jason Miller as Father Karras, which I think is, oh man, this guy is amazing. And of course, Linda Blair. This movie is honestly, I think, one of the defining moments in the horror genre. There's just nothing else out there like it. There's been a lot of demonic possession movies, or even 2 sequels to The Exorcist. Well, no, sorry, 3. There's, Exorcist, and then there's The Heretic, Exorcist Part 2, Exorcist 3, and Exorcist. I can't remember what the prequel was called, but it was the first time Father Merrin confronted Pazuzu, but whatever. I think that's very dismissible. Yeah, The Exorcist totally. Man, this movie still just kind of still creeps me out. Just the makeup effects in this movie are just amazing. Where she vomits up the soup, the pea soup on oh boy, where she's banging herself with the crucifix. I mean, this movie is just on the edge of your seat the whole time. Can't praise it enough. But hey, that's just me as a horror fan. But why don't you go ahead and let me know what some of your favorite horror flicks are. Hit me up down here in the comments. Suggest something, maybe something I haven't seen, which I highly doubt. But there it is. 5 good picks of very good movies that, I think everyone should see at least once. Later on, Metal Brethren. Take it easy. See you in the next vid.